Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like the person staring back wasn't quite you anymore? Wrinkles where there were none, grey hair you didn't ask for, a body that feels slower and unfamiliar. It's easy to feel like time is stealing something from you. But what if I told you aging isn't the enemy? The real problem is how hard we fight it. Stick around for just 5 minutes and I'll share 5 surprising truths about aging from Buddhist wisdom. These aren't empty words, they're tools to help you stop fighting time and start finding peace with it. Here's the thing, society tells us aging is a battle. We're told to hide it, fight it, or pretend it's not happening. But 2,600 years ago, the Buddha taught something different. Suffering comes from clinging to what can't last. Your youth, your looks, even your relationships. They were never meant to stay the same, and that's okay. By the end of this, you'll see aging not as a loss, but as a chance to live deeper. You'll learn how wrinkles can be proof of a life well lived, how to let go of what no longer serves you, and why being forgotten isn't something to fear. If you're tired of dreading birthdays or feeling like your best years are behind you, this is for you. Let's get started. And if you're ready to see aging in a whole new light, hit subscribe. Let's turn the page together. Number 1. You'll be forgotten faster than you realize, and that's okay. It's tough to accept, but everything you've worked for, your job, your home, even the stories you tell, will fade from memory over time. At first, this feels heartbreaking. We pour our lives into leaving a mark, hoping people will remember us. But life moves on. Kids grow busy, friends drift away, and the world keeps turning. Buddhism teaches a comforting truth here. Nothing lasts forever, not even our sense of self. Like waves in the ocean, we rise and fall, leaving small ripples in the bigger flow of life. Trying to be remembered forever is pointless. What matters is being fully here, right now. There's a Zen story about an old monk who lived high in the mountains. People loved him for his wisdom, but one day, a student asked, "Doesn't it make you sad that someday no one will know your name?" The monk pointed to a river and said, "Where's yesterday's water? It flowed on, but the river stays." His point? Names fade, but kindness lasts. Think of a candle. It can light 1,000 others without burning out. The love and wisdom you share today won't vanish. They'll live quietly in the people you've helped. You might not remember every teacher or mentor who shaped you, but their impact remains. So stop worrying about being remembered. Focus on living well now. Be kind. Be present. Let your actions quietly improve the world. Aging isn't about clinging to your legacy. It's about making each moment matter. When your time comes, you'll rest easy knowing your life, like a river, nourished others along its path. Number 2. Your body changes, so be its friend instead. Remember when you could sprint upstairs without a second thought? Now even a short walk might make your knees ache. Your body feels different, slower, less familiar, like it's not fully yours anymore. It's easy to feel betrayed. But aging isn't your body failing you. It's just nature doing its work, like a tree losing leaves in fall. The problem isn't getting older. It's wishing we could stay young forever. Fighting this truth only brings pain. Peace comes when we stop trying to control what we can't and learn to adapt. Your body isn't your enemy. It's your lifelong partner. It carried you through scraped knees, school days, work stress, and countless joys. It healed you, survived tough times, and adapted to every challenge. Instead of being angry when it slows down, thank it. Aging well isn't about chasing who you were, it's about caring for who you are. Move gently, eat well, rest often. Treat your body like a wise old friend, not a broken tool. There's a story about an aging monk who struggled to carry water like he used to. Frustrated, he asked his teacher, "Why does my body fail me now?" The teacher handed him a cracked clay pot. "This pot leaks," he said. Is it useless? The monk replied, No, it still holds some water. Exactly, the teacher said. The water that spills feeds the earth. The pot is different, now, but still useful. The monk understood. His body had changed, but his purpose hadn't. Aging isn't about missing what's gone. It's about valuing what's left. Maybe you can't run fast, but you can walk. Maybe you can't lift heavy things, but you can carry wisdom and love. Your hands might shake, but they can still offer kindness. Your body isn't against you. It's been your loyal protector for decades. Respect it. Listen when it asks for rest. Move in ways that feel good. Be patient when it hurts. It's not breaking down, it's changing, just like seasons do. Don't let aging stop you from living fully. A weaker body doesn't mean a weaker spirit. Think of elders you admire, not because they look young, but because they glow with calm and wisdom. They've made peace with change, and so can you. Thank your body for all it's done. Walk forward with grace. Every breath you take is proof. You're still here, and that's enough.
Number 3, you can't keep everyone in your life, and that's natural. As you get older, you'll notice something sad. People drift apart. Friends who were once close grow distant. Family members who called every week now only check in sometimes. Some vanish without explanation, leaving silence where there used to be joy. It's easy to blame yourself, to ask, did I mess up? Was I not good enough? But Buddhism teaches a simple truth. Nothing in life lasts forever, not even relationships.
People come into your life when you need them, and they leave when their time in your story is done. Like seasons changing, people flow in and out of your world. There's a Buddhist story that explains this beautifully. A young monk once asked his teacher, "Why do people leave us, even when we love them?" The teacher took him to a river and said, "Watch the water. Each drop flows by, never staying in one place. Some drops travel together for a while, then split apart. People are like that. Some stay with us for years, others only moments. What hurts isn't that they leave. It's our refusal to accept they were never meant to stay forever." The monk finally understood. Love isn't about control. Let go of what's gone and treasure what's still here. Think about it. Have you ever reconnected with an old friend after years apart and felt like no time had passed? That's because the bond you shared never really disappeared. Even if people leave, the love, joy, and lessons they gave you stay with you. They shaped who you are. Relationships change as we age. Some fade slowly like a sunset, others end suddenly like a storm. But everyone mattered in its time. Here's the key. The love you shared doesn't vanish when someone leaves. It stays in your heart, part of you forever. So stop grieving every loss. Focus on the people who are here now. The friend who calls, the neighbor who waves, the grandchild who listens. And don't shut the door on new friendships. No matter your age, life keeps offering chances to connect. Let go of the past gently. Be thankful for what was, love what is. And stay open to what's ahead. That's how you live wisely. Number 4, you have to accept that you don't look young anymore, and that's actually a good thing. One day, you'll glance in the mirror and realize the face staring back isn't the same. Your skin is softer, your hair has streaks of silver, your hands show years of life. Everyone tells us to fight this, to smooth out wrinkles, cover gray hair, chase youth like it's the only thing that matters. But what if we stopped running? Buddhism teaches that real beauty isn't about perfect skin. It's about wisdom, how you carry yourself, and the kindness you share. Your wrinkles aren't flaws, they're proof you've lived. Your gray hair isn't a mistake, it's a badge of all you've learned. There's a story about an older woman who visited a wise teacher. She said sadly, "I don't recognize myself anymore. My beauty is gone." The teacher took her to a garden, First, he showed her a cherry tree in full bloom. "This is beautiful, right?" she agreed. Then he pointed to an old pine tree, gnarled, rough, bent by storms. "And this?" She paused. "It's different, but it feels strong, noble." The teacher smiled. "Exactly. A child loves the cherry blossoms, but with age, we see the pine's beauty. Yours hasn't faded, it's changed. Think of older people you respect. Are they beautiful because they look young? No, it's their calmness, their warmth, the way they listen, the spark in their eyes when they laugh. That's real beauty. Stop believing beauty disappears with age. It doesn't, it grows deeper. When you're older, your beauty comes from your strength, your patience, and the way you care for others. Aging isn't a war, it's a path to walk with pride. What if we saw wrinkles as maps of our stories? Grey hair as ribbons of wisdom? Imagine celebrating what you've gained instead of crying over what's gone. There's a glow that only comes with time. The confidence of knowing who you are, the quiet power of surviving hard days, the softness of understanding others. No cream or dye can copy that. Next time you look in the mirror and feel sad, stop. Look closer. See the life you've built, the love you've shared, the storms you've weathered. Wear your age like a medal, not a stain. Because true beauty isn't about looking young, it's about living fully, and that's already inside you, right here, right now. Number 5, you will lose people you love, but love never ends. As you grow older, you'll say goodbye to more people you care about. Parents, siblings, friends, even children. Losing them hurts deeply, and no one can truly prepare you for that pain. Grief isn't something you get over. It stays with you, but Buddhism teaches a powerful truth. Love doesn't disappear when someone dies. The people you've lost live on through you, in the lessons they taught you, the stories you remember, and the love they gave. Every time you talk about them, share their wisdom, or act with the kindness they showed you, they're still here. There's an old Buddhist story about a woman named Kisa Gautami. When her young son died, she was crushed by sadness. She carried his body everywhere, begging for medicine to bring him back. Finally, she met the Buddha, who said, "Bring me a mustard seed from a home that's never known death." She went, door to door, but every family had lost someone, a parent, child, or friend. By the end, she realized no one escapes loss. Grief is part of life, but the love we share, that stays forever. Think of someone you've lost. Maybe a parent whose laugh you still hear, a friend whose advice guides you, or a partner who changed how you love. They're gone, but they're not truly gone. We're often told to move on from grief, but Buddhism says to move forward instead, carrying their love with you. Ever smell a scent or hear a song that suddenly makes you feel like they're nearby? That's their love still alive in you. Yes, grief hurts, but that pain shows how deeply you loved. The more you loved, the harder the loss. Instead of fighting the hurt, try turning it into gratitude. Be thankful for the time you had, not angry it ended. Aging means more goodbyes, but it also means you've loved deeply. And those connections live on through you. So when loss feels heavy, remember, love never dies. It keeps flowing through your actions, your kindness, and the way you live. As long as you keep loving, the people you've lost stay with you, and in that way, they're never truly gone. Growing older isn't a punishment, it's a gift. Every wrinkle, every grey hair, every year you've lived is proof of the life you've built, the lessons you've learned, and the love you've shared. Society tells us to fight aging, to hate it, hide it, or feel ashamed of it. But Buddhism offers a different view. Aging isn't the enemy. Fear is. When we fight change, we suffer. When we chase youth, we miss the gifts that come with time. Wisdom, patience, and a deeper love for the present moment. The harder we resist aging, the more we drown in anger and regret. But when we stop fighting and flow with life, we find peace. We realize aging isn't losing something, it's gaining something. So ask yourself, will you fight time or welcome it with open arms? Will you waste energy missing the past or celebrate the life you have now? The choice is yours. If you choose gratitude, if you choose acceptance, you'll see aging isn't an ending. It's a fresh start. Carry this truth with you. Walk forward with courage, not fear. Find joy in the wisdom you've earned. Share your stories, laugh loudly, love fiercely, and live boldly. If these words resonate with you, share your thoughts below. Let's learn and grow together. And if you want more guidance on living with peace and purpose, hit subscribe. Aging isn't the last chapter. It's just the start of a new one. And you're the author. How will your story unfold?